Hi there and welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm IceMan and today we're going to be doing a champion guide on Achak The Wendarin. Now before we jump into this, I'm going to just give a quick apology for any of those people out there that like to watch my videos and have subscribed. I've not done a video in about a week. I've had some technical difficulties with my setup. Microphone decided to just not play ball, would work on a different computer but wouldn't work on this one. In the end I bought a new mic, fiddled around with the software, and I'm finally back up and running. So I'm here today, I'm happy to be back with you, and I'm happy to be doing another video. So I would have liked to have done this one sooner, and I've had him built for a number of days now, but like I say, couldn't get through it, and then I've been spending some time with the wife over Christmas, you know. As I say, I only got the new mic in today anyway, so we've got the setup done. We're going to do a video and let's dive into it, shall we? So Achak The Wendarin, brilliant champ, looks a lot like Krampus. I'm sure that's the overall idea of him. Very cool looking champion, I have to say. Absolutely love his overall aesthetic. And yeah, he's an epic support champion with the Demon Spawn faction, and he's a force champion. So let's dive into his abilities. He's A1, Devour All Hope, attacks one enemy, has a 30% chance of decreasing the duration of one random buff if the target is under a HP burn debuff. Also has a 30% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 15% if they're under a freeze debuff. Very cool ability here. The booking chance, he takes a lot of books, all these new winter champions do, unfortunately. It was painful, but not as painful as it would have been in legendary books, I suppose. You can increase the buff chance here by 20%, so you can get this up to 50, so you've got 50% chance on that, 50% chance on that. Cannibal Might is A2, places a block debuffs buff on all allies for 1 turn, and a 25% strengthen buff on all allies for 2 turns. This one at least only takes the 1 book, and brings it down from 5 turn cooldown to 4 turn, which is pretty cool, and it's a nice ability. Gives you a lot of utility for keeping people alive, and is all in all a good ability. Then we've got his A3, Frostfire Gale. Attacks all enemies, has a 70% chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn on enemies whose attack is higher than their defense. Has a 70% chance of placing a HP burn debuff for 1 turn on enemies whose defense is equal to or higher than their attack. So basically you're either going to be freezing everybody, putting a freeze on people, or you're going to be putting a HP burn on people. It takes a few books again, this one, 6 books, so she's not as bad as some of the others that have come out. 6 on this one, about the same on the first one, so it's like what, 12, and then 1 on the A2, so that's like 13. This one starts off as a 5 turn cooldown, but you can bring it down by 2 to 3, which is good, and so they're all very worthwhile putting on here. Then you've got the buff chance increased by 20% again, brings them up to 90. If you take the right mastery, obviously sniper, you can increase that chance up to 95. Not a full 100, but still very close, and yeah, very cool ability here. Then we've got his passive, Twisted Hunger, heals all allies by 5% of their max HP every time an enemy under HP burn debuff gets a turn. Fills the turn meters of all allies by 10% for every time an enemy under a freeze debuff gets a turn. And the great thing here is it's healing all allies. It's a shame it's their max HP and not his, because you could build him up with really nice max HP and get a really big heal out of it. But still, it's good, it's helpful. And then this one fills the turn meter of all allies by 10%, not just him, but all allies, every time an enemy under a freeze debuff gets a turn. So with that in mind, we're going to go jump over and have a look at his gearing. Oh, and his aura, sorry, before I leave this. Aura increase ally defense in all battles, which is good, by 25%, which is really cool. I like this. So let's take a look at how I've got him geared, shall we? Now, as with all my champions, in all honesty, 2 seconds ago he did have a 6-star ring. I've swapped that out for a 5-star ring, and it's a little bit lower because I only got the silver to put it up higher. So we'll see how he plays. Even I don't know what he's going to be like in this gear. It's only that one piece I've changed slightly, to be fair, but the rest of it's all 5-star gear. There is a few legendary pieces here, I will admit. I am sorry for that, but it's going with what you got to get the stats again. To be fair, the ring actually previously was actually a rare 6-star as opposed to a legendary 5-star. You can argue which would be better, to be honest. It does lose some stats with this, mainly because it's not maxed out. If it was maxed out, you'd probably find they're fairly similar, to be honest, because of the rare versus legendary. And that's something to bear in mind. So we've gone for an accuracy banner. We want him accurate, we want him landing these debuffs. It's got a speed roll, a couple of defensive rolls, and a HP roll. Nice piece for him, because I want this guy's not damage dealer, not in my books anyway. So I want him being tanky, I want him staying alive, and I want him freezing people and speeding people up and healing. He's a support champion, that's what he's there for, you know, and he is a very good support champion in my books. Again, with the neck, we've done the same. We've gone for a defensive neck with some HP on it, resistance, accuracy, of course, because we want him landing those debuffs. The ring, again, I've gone HP with rolls, roll there in attack, but you know, again, take what you can get with a roll and HP percentage, defense percentage. It's actually a very good ring, I have to say. Now, as for the rest of his gear, we've actually gone for a frost set on purpose, because when he gets attacked, it's got an X amount of chance to freeze people, and obviously people with freezes on and moving boosts our turn meter, and that is something we really want. Not to mention the places I like to use him, and the way I like to use him is to freeze people and frustrate them, so that just gives you more chance to do that. So why not? It's the same way I've put Syl in a stun set, because I want to stun him more. It's the same with him, I want him freezing more, so I've put him in a frost set. We want his accuracy up, so he's also in a perception set, which helps with his speed as well. And that's sort of the gist of it. You know, we've gone for defense gloves. Again, with accuracy as a sub-roll. The attack didn't really mean anything, but you know, again, it's taking what you can get where you can get it in the right sets. Defense on the chest. Again, with accuracy. I've not worried about crit rate or crit damage at all on this champion. Speed boots, of course, I do want him going fast. I want him moving quick. Again, HP, speed, some resistance. The resistance I've not gone for on purpose. It's just, again, using what I had, and if I had better gear with another stat there, I'd take it, quite frankly. Again, HP for the head, obviously, because you can't have anything else. But with substats in speed, the crit damage I didn't want, the attack I didn't want, to be fair, but again, it was just the best piece I had on him. Didn't have a lot of choice in the frost, to be fair. Up until now, I've not found a lot of use for the frost, so I've been actually getting rid of most of my frost gear, and now we've got all these great frost champions that are going to synergize nicely with it, and I haven't got a whole hell of a lot of it in my stores, unfortunately. Nice weapon though, you know, 5-star piece, and we've got 2 rolls into speed and a roll into accuracy, and then also good glyph rolls. That's really good, does help a lot. So as for his overall stats, we've got his health up to 34k, nothing huge. His attack 2000, again, nothing big. I believe his abilities are actually based off attack, but you're not doing damage with him, so it doesn't really matter. Defense, I'd like this higher, to be fair, but you know, again, 3.5k defense, not too bad. My Great Hall isn't amazing, you know, it's not all shiny gold blinding the crap out of me, so I don't get all those bonuses from it. 190 speed, which is a good healthy speed to be at. Again, if I could get it higher, I'd be happy with it higher, but I'll take what I can get. Crit damage, not interested in. Debuff resistance, not really interested in. This is where we're interested. We've got him up to 351 accuracy. For use in the arena, I would actually like that to be higher if I can get it. That would be my main concern. Is I do want these high. I want him staying alive, but my primary stat for him is going to be accuracy and speed, because you want him going fast, and that's how we've got him built. Masteries, we've gone down the defense tree. Well, let's click on the right button, shall we? So at least I'm on the right side for this one. I don't have to move myself around. So yeah, we've gone down the defense tree for the obvious reasons. Again, we want defensive stats out of him, so we've got defense, mitigating AoE by 5%, get some heals if the other team's healing, which is quite useful in particular in arena. Reduces damage on this champion from a specific enemy by X amount, stacks up over the round, and then has a 50% chance of increasing the turn meter by 15% when ally is attacked with a critical hit. So again, obviously you want to be getting him going fast, you want to be increasing his turn meter. That's what he's there for. Mainly we've gone down the support tree. Obviously we want accuracy, into more accuracy, into more accuracy. We have taken, again, heals his champion by 10% of their max HP the first time an enemy is killed in each round. It's going to help in arena, it's going to help in dungeons, to help keep him topped up, which is what we want. So, you know, it works out fairly well. We've gone for arcane celerity. We want this has a 30% chance of increasing the turn meter by 10% when a debuff cast by this champion is removed or expires. Obviously he does put out debuffs quite regularly, so that's going to help keep his turn meter up, keep him going fast. Again, we've gone for Evil Eye, decreases the target's turn meter when this champion hits him with a default skill. Again, mainly for where I plan on using him, which is Spider and Arena, are the two main places I think he's most suited for. So that works. I've not gone for Law of Steel because I'm not using any basic sets on him. Cycle of Magic has a 5% chance of decreasing the cooldown of a random skill by 1 turn at the start of every turn. Then we've gone for Lasting Gifts, has a 30% chance to extend the duration of any buffs cast by this champion by 1 turn. It could easily be argued that you'd be better off going for the other one, but since it doesn't actually increase freeze, it's you know, your HP burn would increase but not your freezes, so it doesn't really matter with that one. So I decided to go the other way and increase the buffs that he gives you and make them last longer, which helps keep the rest of your team alive. Obviously I've gone for Sniper, as I said, should increases the chance of placing any debuff from skills or artifacts. It doesn't increase the chance of placing freeze. I know that. So your freeze is still going to be that 90%, but it does help with increasing the HP burns. So your HP burns a slightly higher chance. It'd be nice if you could increase the freeze on that, but you know, we take what we can get. The other reason I wanted to come this way anyway was to take this for the Eagle Eye. I mean, to be fair, you could argue don't go for Sniper, give you both your abilities an equal chance, and take Master Hexter to increase the duration of the debuffs you've placed. So you could do either or. As with any of these guides, this is the way I've built him based on my equipment, the way I've set him up, the teams I'm using him in, where I'm going to be using him. It's going to be different from you. Use this as a guide only. Don't just copy it blindly and expect it to work 100% for you, because it's not going to. That's just the way it is. Eagle Eye, obviously, I want him being accurate, so the extra 50 accuracy is the main way to go for it. So let's take him into some content, shall we? I think we will show you him in the arena first, what you can do there. Now for me, I think in the arena he is primarily going to be... Oh, I'm going to have to lose a nice page of bots. Oh well. And we might have another page of bots, we'll see. Yeah, we got another page of bots. So this isn't really helping. Please, 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 please. No. Why is it most of the time I'm perfectly happy not fighting a tournament, and then when you actually want one, you can't find one? Oh my god. I'm not going to waste too many gems cycling through here just trying to find myself a tournament. Good. comes to it, we'll just show you what he does in the arena, how he works, and we'll leave it at that. Yeah, no, I'm not going to waste any more gems, just to show you what he can do. Anybody who kind of synergizes with freeze and whatnot here? No, not really. Not really. This team's higher than me, so we'll show you this one. So you could do this one of two ways. You could take out your DPS, but then obviously you're going to lose a lot there. I like him going first and doing his freeze, so we're going to take out Warlord, and we're going to find Achak and put him in. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Right, obviously we've got Hegemon, so he locks out a couple of the champs, which is handy. He really locked out the two main ones we wanted to. Alright, so now we're going to get his A3 out there. We could go for his A2 first, put that defense on everybody and whatnot, but we're going to try and get those freezes out there, and we'll see what sort of damage it does. I mean, some okay damage, and that's with him not even built for damage, but nothing major. Got a couple of HP burns, no freezes, which is a shame. That's what I really prefer him for. Right, he tends to freeze tanky people, so let's look for a tanky team, shall we? This will probably be a fairly tanky team, actually. This has got a couple of defensive base champions, so I've managed to lock everybody out there, speed us up. A3. Oh no. Am I doing that wrong? I must be doing that wrong, because everybody's getting HP burns out there rather than... Still, HP burns not a bad ability to have out there, it's just not what I was obviously wanting to use it for. Or him. Or it. Yeah, let's get this on everybody. Put some block debuffs up. It's only for one turn. Obviously, from our Masteries we managed to get an extra one up on Hegemon, which is nice. Let's take down their shields. Okay, obviously I was getting that twisted up in my head. It's actually the other way around, I'll admit that freely now. Obviously the tanky teams, he puts HP burn on. Attack based teams, he's going to put the freeze on. So I'd imagine a team like this, although they're so weak. Okay, this one's a good example, I suppose. Actually, they're more powerful than me. We've got Xavier, who's going to have reasonably high attack. Same with Relic Keeper. So at least we can show you what it looks like when the freezes come out. Knocked out a couple, not everybody. They're quite slow, so. Right, so as you see, we've now frozen exactly the two I said we would, which is quite nice. Obviously they take less damage frozen, but it also stops them in their tracks and means they're not doing out. But the handy thing is here, you're either freezing or you're... I mean, it's weird with those ones that I didn't. I'm guessing my accuracy just wasn't high enough on the previous ones, which is fair enough. I did say, you know, for the arena you really want to be getting your accuracy 400 plus to have a really good chance at getting it to land more often. So, you know, just do what you can. Right, so the other place, I think, I mean, don't get me wrong, She's Force, so she's actually a good affinity for the dragon, and she'll help you control those waves and speed you along and all the rest of it. So I think she'll be useful in the dragon. She's the wrong affinity apparently for the ice golem, but I still think, you know, because she's kind of tanky and built that way, or at least I have, I think she can still help and freeze people up and put HP burns out there and stuff. She's going to be very useful for your infraction wars, definitely in the Doom Tower, and all in all, an amazing champion. But the main place I think she is a real game changer is the Spider's Den. She's going to act as my tank here. Now, I have built a tanky-ish, she's not super tanky. Anybody who's watched one of my previous videos will know that the team I was using to do spiders was good, but it did not have 100% success rate. As far as I'm aware, this does. I've certainly not seen it lose yet since I swapped this in. So now we're using Ultimate Gale. He's only at 50. Don't think he's got any Masteries. He's got some good accuracy and stuff. They're all speed tuned. Obviously you've got Stagnite in here for his decreased defense. Arbiter brings a weaken anyway. She also puts the increased attack up for Ultimate Gale to enable him. And obviously Cold Heart's in there for the same reason she's always in there, big damage and turn meter control. And then Achak here is going to speed us along with his freezes, making us very fast. He's also going to help with HP burn, and he's going to help control those spiderlings. So just sit back and watch. I think this is absolutely brilliant. It works really, really well, and it's a better team than my old one. It works fully on auto. Obviously Arbiter comes in, puts the increased attack up on everybody. Stagnite debuffs everybody. Cold Heart comes out with a hit. There we go. Couple of freezes out there, not as many as I would have liked, but we've got HP burn up on absolutely everybody. More freezes would have been much nicer, to be fair. It'll be really annoying if this is the first time it ever loses that I've seen. I'll probably run this around 20 or 30 times, so it's still got a higher success rate than my previous one did, but now we've got like block debuffs up, so she's not going to be taking any more poisons. Arbiter helps with healing. People moving under HP burn helps heal him, and everybody on the team, to be fair, and they're all moving under HP burn, so it's an absolute brilliant synergy for this, for keeping the whole team up, because they're all getting healing, and when spiderlings are frozen, it's also speeding up their turn meter, so everybody suddenly gets faster. You really can't go wrong with this. As you see, we get more freezes out there now, so you'll probably notice we'll just start going faster when those spiders start coming at us. We're not killing off too many, which is the way we want it. Killed off a couple, actually, I should say. Is it the fastest spider run you'll ever see? No, it's not one of these 11-second jobbies, but it's reliable and it works. A minute and a half just over, and I have not seen this fail yet. That is huge, like totally huge. I could show her in other dungeons, like I say. I think she's useful in the dragon, definitely. She's going to help with the same sort of things there. She's going to help keep your whole team alive with the HP burn and the healing you get from it. She's going to help speed your whole team along, and she's going to put some nice buffs up on your team. All in all, I keep saying she, I don't know if she's a she, it's a demon spawn. It might be genderless for all we know, you know, gender neutral. So we'll say the gender neutral Achak. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I just think this is one hell of a brilliant champion. Rates of Drath looks really cool. Don't have her yet. I'm going to have a look at pulling her later. But Achak is by far my favourite of the new champions, and has completely changed my spider team. It is now a 100% success rate. and I think roughly around the same sort of time I used to do it in anyway. So in my case, I'm now just 100% success, and I'm not any faster, so that's fine. I'm happy with that. Anything under 2 minutes, I think, for a dungeon run is good. It's healthy. You can run plenty of them without having to take too much time on it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you stuck with me here till the end. If you have, please hit that subscribe button. It means so much to me when you do. Hit that like button. It lets YouTube know that this was a good video and more people should watch it. And you know, thanks for watching. Hope you had a good Christmas, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.